how much of Arrow had you watch in advance before, getting the call up or anything, or just...
None? Is that bad and / honest to say? In a strange way, we're the beneficiaries of them doing so well. But the Flash itself is has standalone mythology that we're kind of everyone, Berlanti and Jeff, John, those guys were just like very interested in the show itself. Starts from ground zero essentially. So, which I think was a tactical thing and very intelligent for anybody that doesn't know. Much like Arrow, we're starting at the start. So anybody that wants to come on board is welcome.
What do you like about your character?
Have you seen it? Have you seen the pilot?
Yeah.
Anybody, I've done a lot of these interviews that knows me. I'm generally voluble and semi-forthcoming with all this stuff, and in this one, it's semi-rude also for me not to be as forthcoming, but we did the TCAs last week, and I watched Andrew and Greg and Jeff consistently go when talking about me. Next question, turn the things off. So I vaguely, he said, like the many dimensions that are incumbent in the character. And again, I'm clearly dodging your question, but I have to. And the other part of it is, that's not just me. That's so many of the characters, with possible exception, Barry Allen, played by Grant, is in many ways the most easily definable. It's strange to say in the Flash that the most definable character in the Flash is the Flash, but we know what happened to him. We know who he was. We know what he wants. We know where he's going. Whereas the rest of us, getting to a comic book, you need to have like twists and turns for supporting cast, and as actors, it's tremendous for us to get to play that. There's a whole load of nothing.
In the pilot,
also true.
In the pilot, I noticed there's a thing you're constantly playing with your glasses. Is that?
Yes.
That's
what?
Obviously not. That wasn't a choice on your part. That's written.
That's not written.
That was a choice on your part to be doing that. And so was that a choice on your part, knowing the ending of the pilot?
Yeah, when Andrew and Greg and I, Jeff, we started talking about it, I had like a bunch of ideas, about the guy, how I want to portray him. The wardrobe is one thing that'll become more clear down the line. Why the glasses were a huge part of it. If you're doing it well, and if you're watching, like when you're working with guys like Greg, Andrew and Jeff, they just know so much. I kind of thought that I was pretty knowledgeable about this show going in, and or the mythology and all that kind of stuff behind it. And it turns out I was not. Like, I'm very much, very, very dumb about it. But those guys are excited, and there's not a lot that's accidental, with those guys. It's just not, there's so much stuff to pick and choose and grab and cull through, and the stuff that we present is like, we're not like, hey, maybe we should do that. It's not that at all. What I will say about these guys is usually I'm here talking to you, that kind of means that a pilot must have been semi-successful, or not. Sometimes it's crap and they still pick it up, But in this instance, I think it's a decent pilot, and then the temptation can be in television, as you know, to kind of mimic that and copy it, so that your first season is fairly slow in its ascendancy because you don't want to make mistakes. Whereas these guys are not worried about mistakes. These guys, if you're a fan of this stuff, the first 9 episodes, they have the gloves off. They are just taking huge swings. They're just presenting story after story that you'd think, maybe we should keep that in the back pocket. No, it's boom, ace, boom, ace, boom, ace. They're just bringing it out fearlessly, which is not often the case. And for us as actors, it's tremendous. We're like reading the script, like, wow, that's coming out already. And then to the point where I said to Greg, I'm like, we get all concerned about, story, and the regeneration. And Greg verbatim, always more story.